Yes, people, welcome back to the Daily Football Report. And on today's episode, we have a lot of news coming out of Manchester United. We have Harry Maguire may be in trouble, might be serving some time on the sideline. Not only that, but we have some loan players doing well in the European competition. And also, we have some news that a new staff has been added to the new reign of Manchester United. Also, on the rival side, we have Liverpool being linked again, having an opportunity to add a player. So let's jump into it right away. As we can tell, Manchester United now, Harry Maguire is in some really serious trouble. Now, apparently, there's a rule that was added by the Premier League in 22-23 season, the starting of, that was made for basically fair play. So they did that so they can stop home teams from gaining an advantage by putting balls around the whole field, 2 behind each goal, I think 3 at the side at each point, 1 at each half, and then 1 at the half line on each side. So I think they've added like an extra 3, so 10 balls around the field. Now, the problem is Harry Maguire kicked the ball off of the cone, and apparently that is not, you can't do that. So he might be facing some time on the sideline, and that's very sad for Harry Maguire, because like at the end of the day, he did have a really good game against Chelsea. He and De Ligt for me were probably the two that gave Manchester a lot of solidity, not only in the air but playing the ball through the spaces. Now, this might potentially have him, after the investigation, maybe a 2-3 game ban. Now, I don't really understand what this rule is, because at the end of the day, whether you kick a ball off or a corner or not, how is that really hurting the team? You know, it's not like Harry Maguire picked up the ball and kicked it into the stand. It's not like he kicked it back at someone. It's not like he harmed anyone. He literally just kicked the ball off of the cone. What if it was just like, you know what, just a little thing? Like sometimes your brain just operates that way when you've played football for so long. You always try to gain an extra advantage. And I get that. But Manchester United also, it's not like Old Trafford is a massive pitch where you have like a small runoff from what the pitch is. So even if Maguire kicked the ball off the corner or not, the goalkeeper ain't going nowhere. And why do we have rules like this when there's ball boys? Surely, yes, ball boys are for the home team, but putting the ball on top of a cone, well, okay, what if there's strong wind? What are you going to say? So if a player pass next to the ball and wind so happen to blow the ball as well, are we going to blame that player for bringing the wind to the ball? Like, it's just a stupid rule. This is what I was talking about. This is as stupid as you being carded for taking your shirt off. This rule is dumb. And this is what I don't understand with football these days. It's like they're bringing in all these things into the game, yet they're just losing the essence of the game. Football was about gaining the advantage whenever you can. You know, when you go to a team home, the team might slow down the play, the ball boys are going to take forever. That's how it works. But that's why you have home and away. Why are we taking away the benefits of having a home and away? Yeah. Just because we want to just make football seem like it needs to be harder than what it is. Football is actually gone now. Like, the sport is actually going, and it's sad, bro. It's actually really sad. But in other news, Manchester United has added a new staff to a new member of their staff, sorry. So this guy, Stephen Torpey, was at Brentford for a few years. Now he's took up the role from Nick Cox as director of the academy. Now, for me, this guy is very, very important for Manchester United, because he worked with Jason Wilcox at Manchester City. And as we can see, Manchester City, the level of their academy is so high, they can take players from every position in the academy. And I think they probably could fit someone in. When you look at players like a O'Reilly, a Foden, a Bob, I mean, we can't really, Rico Lewis, And what I must say is, as much as I've called those players, none of those players have played a massive part in what City has done except Phil Foden. So as good as the academy is, yeah, where you have players like McAtee, Jadon Sancho, you can name it. A lot of players, Frimpong, a lot of players have come out of the Manchester City Academy. Cole Palmer, no doubt. But the problem is they never really gotten opportunities to become successful at Manchester City. And this is the first season I'm actually seeing City have so many academy players included and are playing a massive part in what they're doing. Oscar Bob, Rico Lewis, Phil Foden, O'Reilly, massive parts of what Pep's trying to do. And I hope United has had this for a very long time, where we've had so many players over the year. Every year, United have produced talent from the academy that has actually played into the first team. You know, you have players like Menu now, who is a massive part of this project. And to see that they're bringing in a member of staff that really focuses keenly on the academy is very important. Now you can tell that he's very much into his job because he got hired today and was seen at the under-21s game against Atletico Bilbao, where they won 2-1. And a lot of youngsters that probably, there were 2 youngsters in that game, probably could get first team call-ups. Now, for me personally, this is the key to any successful team, is having a strong academy. You know, even when you look at PSG, players like Bacola and so, those are young French players who have been a part of what PSG have been trying to build for a very long time. Edoui, all these players, yes, they got bought as young players from other clubs. But at the end of the day, these players came in young French into a club of high astute, high levels, and now they are being able to play for that club. So Manchester United should take this route as well and continue to develop our academy to the point where we don't have to go find a Carlos Baleba. We don't have to go look for Adam Wharton. We have it right in the academy where you can just push that player up. And I don't think United have produced enough of those talents in order for them to take that next step. You know, you have the Marcus Rashfords of the world. You have over the last few years, probably Marcus Rashford and Kobe Menu is probably the only 2 that has hit high levels. And other than that, everyone else has come and gone. Brandon Williams, Hamas. You can name a lot of players that has come and gone. But then also, maybe our academy was not set up for success for the Premier League, but maybe we were just bringing some of the best young talents around and wasn't fulfilling that they needed also to be Premier League type players. Now, when you look at a player like Alvaro Fernandez, yeah, who is now at Real Madrid playing left back, he probably wouldn't have made it in the Premier League because of the physicality, but that's kind of incorrect in a way because he did well in the championship, but not always when you do well in the championship, you do well in the league, yeah? So it's just so many things, but it's very important to have a young youth structure in order for your club to pedestal in a way. Also for PSR, maybe this can be also a way, instead of United having to do the Chelsea and buying all these young players and then try to sell them. Maybe United can just have their players in the academy and sell them. And buy better quality to come not only into the academy but also to help the first team levels rise. So this is a big move for United, and I think I'm very happy to see that we are investing into the youth. Now, investing into players like Real Betis, who was invested into Anthony, who is really now putting some work in for them in terms of getting a goal and an assist. And it's amazing to see how your career can change just based on environment. Now, do I think Anthony is a Premier League player? He could be. He dominated the Premier League team again. The thing is in Europe, when the game is slower, Anthony can manage the game all the time. I feel when in the Premier League, when the physicality is high every time and the pace is high every time, he can't really handle that because he's such a small player. And especially in a team like United, when teams are coming to play you with force every time, players like Anthony lack a little bit the physicality to manage the Premier League. And that is fine. That don't mean he's a bad player. When you look at Real Betis team, you have a player like a Lo Celso. Oh, wow. Watching Lo Celso yesterday was amazing. You know, Lo Celso is such a good footballer, right? And I feel like he just never hit that level that he needed to hit because of his mindset. But now his mindset is changing a lot. Might be too old now, but still, just the level in which he's performing. Watching him yesterday, I was very happy to see Lo Celso in such a good run of form. But on the other side of the rivalry, we have Liverpool. And unfortunately, it just keeps rolling for Liverpool. Now, there's another rule that we're learning about that the UEFA put in place for the 25-20 this season, which is if a player's team has a player that sustains a heavy injury before match week 6, they are allowed to add a player into their squad list. So I already know the player they're going to add. Federico Makeda. Oh my God. CHIESA. The reason why I think they're going to add CHIESA is his performances is getting a lot better than Gakpo. Gakpo is not performing at the level in which he should anyway. So like, I feel like CHIESA now also can play on the right and on the left side. He can also play down the middle. So I think he gives them a lot more of another dynamic than what Gakpo does. And the mere fact his performances have been improving, I think he's going to get the shout. And I'm pretty happy for CHIESA because he's had a bad run for the last 2 to 3 years. He came to Liverpool last season to get amongst the trophies and to get amongst playing. And then he happened to just stay. He's like, I'm not going back. He stayed and now here he is fighting for a spot. And this is what it means when you just bite your time. This is why players like Kobe Mainoo shouldn't start. Now he's playing behind Fernandes. Because in a few weeks, it might be your time. In a few weeks, it will be your time to shine, brother. And what are you going to do with that time? You should be properly prepared. 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. And that is what we're going to leave you all with today. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. But yes, people, it's been your boy Yaya, always coming to you with the biggest news out, whether it's Manchester, whatever's happening in the football world. So please do your boy a favor. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the page. Keep hitting the bell for notification and hear that bell ring, so we can keep bringing you great content going forward. Have a good time, my people. Have a good day, afternoon, whatever your time it is. Ciao.